Okay,
Thank you.
there we go. Nice. All right. Back to our code. Okay, so now we're gonna create like another variable and we're gonna say like, let's say this is just like, we'll say gender, right? And it'll be a string. So strings are always double quotes and then we'll say like female. We'll say like male. So let's say like you have to be 18 to enter, but if you're a male, you have to pay covered. But if you're a female and you're under the 18, you can enter and you get it for free. If you don't meet any of those constraints, like you can't get it all. So let's say if age is less than 18, and so you can actually like combine multiple conditionals in an if statement. And to do that, you just literally do like and. Notice how little it is. So if age is less than 18, well, we want to say greater than, and gender equals female, be like you get in for free. Okay. You get in and you don't to pay. And then we don't want to say else because we have like multiple constraints here. So with Python, like in other languages, it's else if. In Python, it's like elif. Kind of looks like elf, so it looks like that. But since elif like needs a certain condition, you have to actually like put some code here. So our first constraint is if the age is greater than 18 and less than. So we want to say like if you're less than 18, doesn't matter, you can't get it. Less than 18. Remember colon, be like you can't enter. And then
age less than 18.
Oh, whoops, thanks. Let's change. Thank you. And then also, and we'll do like another elif. So elif, and then we'll say if age is greater than 18 and gender equals male, then colon, and then print. You can enter, but you have to pay. Sad face, because that's how I feel at the time. I do that with. Okay, no sad face. Cool, so got it, cool. So if we run it now, oh wait.
Oh, I did that too, yeah.
I made an error.
Type and instead of and.
Yeah, see, like in other languages, like you do the tertiary operator like that. So sorry guys, I'm coding in Java too much. Cool. Sure. Yeah. So now my age is 19, so I can enter, but so that's just the gist of if else statements. You can get a lot more in depth than that. If you don't have any questions in person, Zoom. Cool. All right, so I'll go back. Oh, also one thing I do want to show is sometimes like Python will just like print out booleans for you. So like for example, like print like print 10 is greater than like 20, which is obviously false. So Python, wait, oh my gosh, less than 20. Holy crap, yeah. So vice versa. So Python would just like just kind of print out booleans for you as well. So that's like if else statements. That's that in a nutshell. That's pretty much as basic as they get. And yeah, so we'll go back to the next segment, which is okay. We'll do loops. So everyone knows a loop something just goes like forever and ever and ever, doesn't stop. And that's pretty much what it is in coding languages. Basically, as the definition says, it'll execute as long as you have a certain condition. So I'll demonstrate that. So it's something kind of fun, but yeah. So if you just say like while true and like print, like, same, it's kind of the same. It's the same syntax as like if statements. It's while and then it's always like the variable you want to compare it to. but you can also just put booleans as well. So in this case, I just put true.
Please don't put booleans in normal code, but
Yeah, like just something cool, just
Yeah.
print like
and that
why not?
true.
Sorry, Evan, but you know. So yeah, we'll just run that and see how it runs it like forever and ever and ever. That's because your condition is like true. So typically you don't want to use booleans because like you don't want to run into Stack Overflow, yada yada yada. So the thing with while loops though is you have to have some type of variable before you do any code. So it can increment kind of. And I should be in the next slide. Yeah. So for example, like in order to execute the while loop and for it to not run forever, you have to have some type of index in the beginning. And then depending on what you want to do with that index, you'll stop the code or you continue the code. So I'll just demonstrate that. But you know, I'm sure you guys have no issues seeing this over and over again, but just switch back. So we'll just create a variable, we'll say like I equals like I equals 1, and then while I is we'll say like 6. Wait. Yeah, like 1 while I is less than a certain variable, so we'll just say 6. We'll print FSU sucks. But the thing with while loops is notice how the variable is incremented, declared, initialized before the while loop. In order for the while loop to work, you have to actually like keep incrementing it so it reuses the condition. Does that make sense? Okay. So we'll print FSU sucks and then we'll increment like we'll do like I like plus equals 1. So right now I is 1.
Don't need semicolon.
Oh, sorry, I've been coding in. Oh my god. I've been putting Java so much. Cool. So yeah. So right now I is 1. While I is less than 6, it'll go into the while statement. It'll print FSU sucks, and then it'll increment I, and then I will become 2, and then it'll go back up to the while loop, and then 2 is less than 6, and so it'll make sense when I actually like print out. So I'll run this. Cool. Wait. Oh wait, I should probably wait. Why isn't that running? Sure, that's still. Oh wait, that's probably mine. It's weird.
So it's plus equals work in Python?
I don't know. We're about to find out.
It does.
Yeah, that's
It
why I'm
does.
confused. Yeah, wait, why isn't it running?
Maybe you need to.
Oh, I think it's
restart
because.
the kernel.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, this is why I use PyCharm. All right, so yeah, sometimes Jupyter will do this where if it's just up for too long, it'll just kind of get stuck. So wait, is it doing that? Like, let me try to.
Mine worked. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just my kernel. Sorry guys, I gotta reset it. So, but yeah, you can like run the
You can
code.
hit the kernel button and just hit interrupt and then restart, and then it'll work after that. Hit the kernel button.
Wait, where?
So if you look at the top, see that? hit
Oh
kernel?
yes, yeah. Wait, sorry. All I see is your screen. Is your screen sharing? That's why.
Yeah, hit that, and then hit. You can restart and clear output, or just restart. And then
I usually use PyCharm, so that was very
press
helpful.
restart.
Press restart.
Oh, I didn't.
No.
Yeah, I think that's from when you ran that infinite loop. It's like still kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of crashed it.
So do what?
Yeah, hit restart.
And
Yeah,
then
hit
press-
restart.
Restart the interrupt or?
Just
restart.
either one,
Yeah.
but restart, just restart.
Press
And
the red
then restart
button.
again.
Right.
Yeah.
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 You
All right.
actually still and you should run.
Oh my God, it's still, okay, there we go. God, all right.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so basically to break it down, start off with 1, we went into a while statement. We print out FSU sucks, and then we increment our variable. So that way the while loop knows, okay, the variable's changed, still less than 6, print it out, vice versa. So I think if we did like less than or equal to 6, we get like 1 more FSU sucks. Yeah, so that lets you know the difference between like greater than or equal to, I mean, work, so. Cool, all right, does that make sense? One thing cool about loops is you can, even though you have a while condition, depending on certain conditions, you can actually break out of the loop or you can continue the loop. So I'll go back to the PowerPoint to show like the syntax. So, oh, I just kind of wrote like definitions, but honestly, I'm gonna just stick in the kernel. I think it's better that way. Yeah. So say that like if when I equals 5, we just want to be nice to FSU and not print out a few success signs. We could say if statement, if I equals 5, we could say, wait, I should probably do. Yeah, so if I equals 5, print, wait, break. So when I reaches 5 in the while loop, it'll break out of it and it will not print, it won't consider a loss. Oh my God, okay. All right, yeah. Oh, sorry.
So guys,
C++ is just jobs that are just stuck in my head. So yeah, it reached 5 and it's less than 5, so we only got it 4 times. You can also continue, and what continue does is instead of breaking out of the loop, it'll just skip that iteration. So this example really isn't the greatest because it's just printing on FSU stuff. So I'm gonna go in the while loop and tweak it a bit. So we'll just say while, we'll print I, for example. Print I, and then we'll increment I, and then now what we want to do is if I equals 5, we want to continue. Cool. That. So wait, why did it run it?
Because you have to continue before the print. To skip the print. So
Oh, you're right.
You can put another print I below continue, and that would do it.
Gotcha. See, I'm so gotcha. Thank you. So print.
Not in the F though.
Outside there.
Just under it. Yeah, there. That'll do what you want.
Gotcha. Nice.
Here we go.
Yeah, so notice, why didn't it print 1?
You gotta.
Oh, yeah, because I incremented it. So, yeah, notice it didn't print 1 because we incremented it once we got into the loop, but notice how it skipped 5. So that's what continue does. So in your while loop, if you wanted to continue the while loop but skip an iteration, you'd use continue. And yeah, those are while loops in a nutshell. There's also do while loops, but those aren't in Python and mine. So next is for loops. For loops are usually used for like data structures, like lists, arrays, tuples, dictionaries. We'll do those in future workshops, but they're still pivotal Python programming. So I just kind of explain the syntax for that. So for that, I'm just going to create a string. So we'll do like name equals hazard. So in the for loop syntax, so for loops are if you want to iterate over like a collection of something. While loops are more if you have like a variable, but if you have like collection, like a list, an array, a string, which has characters, and you want to iterate over that, that's what for loops are useful. So for that, it's for, and then it's assuming that you have some type of data type. So in our case, it's a string. So our string has tons of characters. So you say, you can say any variable you want. So we'll say like for character, or we'll say letter, for letter in name, just say print letter.
When you do a colon at the end of the for line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Oh yeah, whoops. Also, yeah, when you do your for loops, you have to indent the code that you in there. That's good practice. Oh my bad. Yes. Run that first. Then you gotta run that. There you go. So notice how basically what it did is it said for letter and name, and this could be anything. This could be like X, like you just wanted to make it simpler. I just said letter, so it actually like makes sense. So yeah, what this does is it goes through each letter in my name and it prints it out. So if you had like, now I don't want to go into arrays like too much, but I'll give like an example. So an array is basically a continuous data structure that just holds a lot of items. So say you wanted like a ton of cars, instead of making like car 1, car 2, car 3, you could just make an array of cars. So I'll do that. I'll do like dealership. This is like, you know, a crash course on arrays. I'm not going to go too deep into it. I just want to show how for loops work with it. So we'll just say like, it's always brackets, and then it's, we'll just say like, we'll make it an array of strings. So we'll say like, I don't know, BMW. Let's see, like, I don't know, like Ford. I'm just gonna put around cards. Like, we'll do like Lambo. So now we can say for like car and dealership, we can say print car. So run that, make sure that's cool. Run that, yeah. So you have this dash structure that has a whole bunch of cars, and that's how for loops work. You know, we might as well just do arrays. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna do arrays. So arrays are actually like really cool because they're at indexes. So BMW would be an index 0. It's kind of weird because it's the first one, but like I said in the beginning, it's 0, 1, then 2. So if you wanted to like get a certain index, so we could say like print, we could say like dealership. And it's always brackets, and it's what index you want. So it's we'll just do like 1, print that out, and then we get forward because it goes 0, 1, 2, and you're like, oh wait, but you have 3 cars. What happens if you like try to do more than what you have? So in this case, I'll do 3 because that would be the 4th car, but we don't have a 4th car. So, and we get an error, and it's a very famous error. It's called index out of range. It's basically when you try to access something that is not like in your array. So be careful with that. And, yeah, so those are arrays. We'll probably I'll go more detail with that in a future one, but just a little crash course so you understand how for loops work and how they work with arrays. All right. Any questions? Everybody good? Cool. All right, so now, okay, yeah, so, okay, yeah. So notice how I've been hard coding values like the whole time. And but that doesn't always work in the real world. Like when you go to that website where you have to be 18, you actually like put your age or press yes or no. So you can easily take in user input. So I'll just show an example of that. So I'll say, so the way you do it is if you want to take in like my name, for example, we'll say like name equals input, and then it's brackets. And what goes in the brackets is basically like the code that's going to prompt you to put that input. So I'll say like enter your name, cool. And then, so I'm going to run this. And look, isn't that cool? Like we actually get to put like our name. So I'll say like Ezard, and then cool. And then now we'll print name. We'll print name, and then we'll get Ezard. All right. Now there's one tricky thing about when you want to do this. So let's say I don't want to take in a string. Let's say I want to take in like an integer, for example. So let's say I just want to take in like a number. So I'll do number, I'll do input, I'll do like enter your number, and I'll run that. And let's say I enter like 5. Okay, and I'll say print number. And then, okay, everything's cool, right? But check this out. So if I do like type number, I'm going to get a string. Now, why is that? That's because by default, it takes in a string. But in previous tutorials, I think Justin did it, with typecasting, you can just typecast and take in what you want. So I'll do number, but instead of, it's standard string, so I'm just going to say int, and I'm going to typecast the entire thing. And now I'm going to run it. I'm gonna do like 6. So I'm gonna print that. Now we have 6. Boom, now we have the integer. So you're gonna take an input, just make sure that you typecast what you want, depending if it's a string, it's a character, because by default, it'll do a string. So, okay, that's everything. Now we're gonna do like a quick little fun thing that's gonna kind of encapsulate everything they learned today. We're gonna make a quick like 4-function calculator. So yeah, let's do it. So how do I clear like the entire like thing?
Kernel?
You can clear out.
Just clear, okay. Cool. Yeah, I just do that.
So your code might start here.
I usually use PyCharm, so like, why is it not?
Restart.
You can hit
You just have to-
edit, delete cells, hit,
Okay.
yeah, edit, delete cells.
Cool. Oh, I gotta do 1 by 1. That's why.
Oh, you can select multiple.
Oh, you're right. That's big. We're gonna find out. Yeah, cool. Remember the calculator, so I'm just gonna do a little print statement so it actually makes sense. So it's gonna be like print welcome to our calculator. God dang it, I can't type. Our calculator. Cool. That out. Okay. All right, so like I need you guys' help. So how am I gonna get like the input like from the user to like do the operations? Like what can I use?
It's like input from a,
All right, so what is it?
so like if you're trying to do, like you would do like the variable name.
Okay, so we'll just do like value 1, cool. And then what?
Equal,
Mhm,
input,
mhm.
then if you don't like output, so like enter an integer, like enter,
Nice.
would be like parentheses and then, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we probably want to have it set to type float. So we
Ah,
can,
okay. So I should
well, typecast.
nice. Cool, cool. Nice. All right, so enter an integer. And then we'll do like float. Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
And then we'll do value 2. Float, input, enter. Well, we'll do like enter your first integer. Forgot my brackets. Enter your second integer. Cool. Okay. Okay, but now I have to do some type of operations. How am I going to distinguish like which operation we're going to perform? Because we have addition, we got subtraction, multiplication. So how would I go about specifying like which one? Because the user also decides that as well. So I
You set
could.
up a bunch of mistakes.
Okay, we're not there yet, but you're in there. But we have like, okay, yeah, you're right. But if what's that data type going to be? Like, how am I going to actually determine like which operation I'm doing? Like, if
You need more input.
yeah, like, okay, I was trying to get y'all to say like a string, like
Oh,
a string. So we'll say like operand equals. We don't got typecast it because it gives a string anyway. Let's say like input, enter your operation. Cool. Nice. All right. Okay, now you said if statement. So we'll just say like if operand equals add. I'm gonna copy and paste this because I'm kind of lazy. We'll just say, actually no, and then we'll say if add oh wait, my bracket, sorry, colon, and we're just gonna value. We'll do some. We'll do answer. That way it works for everything. Answer equals value 1 plus value 2.
Make sure you indent that line.
Yeah, thank you. And then now we'll do like else if, well, which would be elif. So elif operand equals, we'll just do sub so it's easier to like type in. And we'll do like bracket, cool, like answer equals. We'll just do like the first one on the second one. I don't feel like getting into negatives. Like that's sorry, 2, cool. And then we also got elif operand equals, we'll just do mode, that way it's easier. Answer equals value 1 times value 2. elif division, right? Yeah, operand equals division. We'll just do like divide so it's a little simpler. And we'll do answer equals value 1 divided by value 2. Cool. I'm gonna be a little extra on this one, so we can also do exponentiation, right? So that's just like exponents. So you could say elif operand equals expo. I'll just do like expo with the marker. And we'll just do, so we could just say like value 1. We could do that, right? But you know, we learned about loops. So how could we use a loop to get like that exponent like of?
Ah,
You know what I mean?
I like that.
You know, we could just do like 2 to the 3rd power, but we just learned how to use loops. So how can we use a while loop to, you know, create our exponent? Anyone, you know?
You can do while, you can do while value 2 is greater than 0, and then multiply value 1 times itself.
Yep.
And then multiply value 1 times itself and then subtract 1.
Yeah,
value
just
2.
decrement, got you.
And so.
Oh, wait, oh my God, yeah. So what he said, yeah, sorry, I'm coding like I'm in Java. So yeah, so we'll say while we have our variable to start off with will be value 2. So say you want to do like, I'll do like 5 squared, for example. So we'll do like value 2. So that'll be 2, just understand that. And then we'll do I indent this, Justin? No.
No,
Okay, yeah.
the next line.
Yeah, so I indent, yeah. Every time you have a loop or any conditional statement, you indent what goes in it. Cool. So while value 2 is less than, well, greater than 0, greater than 0.
Yeah, greater than 0.
Yeah. And then we'll say value 1, then we could say times equals value 1. We're just multiplying it by itself, as exponentiation is. And then cool. But now, like we want to increment that variable. That way it knows, okay, we don't want to keep multiplying it. So we'll say value 2. Okay, I don't want to change value 2 though, and that's what I'll end up doing here. So I'll just say like index equals value 2. That way we don't change like the whole value 2 altogether. Actually, we're an if statement, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, never mind that. So value 1 equals, and we'll say value 2. You can do that, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Python's so weird. Okay, -1, cool. And then
Why do you have a colon line above?
I'm still stuck in
Okay.
my job. My job is, yeah, I don't think that. Thank you. Thank you guys. Cool. And then, so yeah, so while it's greater than 0, cool. And then we'll do value 1 by itself. with increment value, and then we want to actually print the value outside the while loop. So then we'll say like answer equals value 1, because that's what will keep getting multiplied.
Wait, shouldn't we set answer equals value 1, value 1?
Well,
Shouldn't we do that?
this is me exiting the while loop.
It'll do the same thing.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, like as long as I don't have it indented inside the while loop, whatever code that is will be executed after the while loop is done.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
yeah,
Got you. Cool.
yeah.
I think that's it. Do we have any other like? Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that should work. So
Wait, actually, I don't know if that would work. I think he's right. You have to change.
Yeah,
Because whenever you multiply value 1 times value 1 the first time, value 1 changes. So the next time, like for the first one, for example, it would be like 2 times 2, and then the next time it loops will be 4. Oh wait, but that's right. Sorry, actually, I think it's right.
we'll see. Hey, if I mess up, it'll tell me.
Yeah.
So
The next one would be 4 times 4. Yeah, it'd be 2 times 2. Yeah, you can do it. Pretty
yeah,
sure.
let's try it out.
all right, yeah. So our calculator should do. Do we have any errors?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so let's run it. Yay. Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
to-
Yeah, my bad. Okay, so one thing I forgot to mention is, so notice how when we're doing variable assignment at the top, it's 1 equal sign. But when you're comparing them in conditionals, it's 2 equal signs. Yeah, so make sure you distinguish that or you'll have silly errors like this. Cool.
Yeah, I want a couple.
Yeah, I did it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So we'll just do like 5, cool. Like 2. Let's see if expo works, because like that was like the one that we were like stuck on. Oh wait, I'm not typecast. Wait,
What?
why didn't it?
Well,
Oh, I forgot to
you're
print
not
answer. I'm
printing
trying
out
to
the answer.
whoops, yeah, I knew that. All right, so we did something was, oh wait, no, that's, wait, it did it 3 times, not twice. Okay.
That's
So,
20 times.
I'm pretty sure you have to change that first line under the while loop to answer. Well, first outside the while loop, you have to set answer equal to 1, and then inside the while loop, answer times equals value 1. I'm pretty sure if you just do that.
yeah, I got you. So you're saying outside the while loop?
Yeah, outside the while loop, set answer equal to 1.
Mhm.
And then for that first line right under the while loop, change value 1 to.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure that'll.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's try this again. All right, so 5, and we'll do like 2. Expo. That looks so ugly, so I'm gonna fix the spacing. Sorry, we'll just do that. It looks a little more pretty. Cool. One more time. Okay, so 5, and then 2, and then cool. And then we'll do expo. And we'll do print answer. Okay, now. Okay, now we still have an issue. Wait, did it not update on here? No,
It's frozen.
Oh
You didn't
no,
print answer.
I did. We got 5.
So you could probably do greater than or equal to 0.
There.
You could do
It's sort of an
while value 2 is greater than 1 for the while loop.
Well, then it would.
Wait, hold on. All right, so is it Zoom up there?
I have a working one.
Wait, is it my Zoom that messed up?
It is no longer sharing.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what happened. You attempted to access the server with okay, don't trust. Oh, I just took me off the Zoom. Nice.
Yeah, I don't mind doing it.
What?
I'll share mine real quick because I have one that works.
Okay, cool.
And then
I'll just finish
you'll have
off.
to make Justin post.
I think it should be doable if there's no one. It's lagging.
Oh my God,
Okay.
I have a lot of tabs.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay. As long as people can hear me, we're good. So what I did, is basically the same exact menu. But then for Expo, I used an incrementer starting at I. And so I used I equals 1.
Mhm.
And then while I is less than the value of 2, so that'll go up to that amount. So it'll start at 1, whatever, all the way up. Make sure that when you take answer and you set, I first set that equal to value 1 because when you're squaring or cubing a number, obviously you start with itself and you multiply it over and over again. And so then you basically have this calculator. And
Well, you did 5 squared, or you did?
I did 5 to the 5th this time. So you can give me any 2 numbers. 1 number. 5. All right. Another number.
7.
7. All right. And then Expo. And you guys can check me on that. That is right. I can
So you
actually
think
check
while
it out
y
here.
is less than 7.
Yep. So that's going to be correct.
You can show the other operations too, like add, subtract.
Yeah. So. All right. Someone give me a number. 6, 3, 6, add.
I got it.
Thank you.
9. Then you guys can imagine the other ones are correct as well.
Oh yeah, so literally with if statements, a few variable assignments, some integers, we have a functioning calculator.
I'm gonna add an else case just for fun. It's great. That's not an operation.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get to that.
6, 2, and then I'll say. That's not an operation. That answer is still incorrect. So
What did I try to do?
trying to think had to.
But how do you go from, okay.
Yeah. The answer is still from the previous one.
Oh, I got
3 + 6. So yeah.
I think that sums it up.
Yeah.
You could do like a while loop, so you can keep doing operations if you like. I can't do it.
I can do it. So while
Yeah, so notice how we have to keep like starting the program over and over and over again. But that's where while loops come in. You can just keep doing it until you want to quit.
that should be good. Oh,
So you're doing it too.
I am doing it. Yeah. So let's say we do 3 for Expo. Oh, these are above it. Sure.
Operating equals like,
No, I gotta restart my kernel. Turn off. Here we go. All right. Enter your first number, 4, 3, Expo, 64. And enter your first number.
and it still gives you
5, 2, but let's say I really want to be done. Type in quit. Yeah, and then it quits. It gets out of the calculator.
Yeah, but you have to do like an LIF to say like else if operation isn't one of those, but it's quit. That way it know like you still want it. Like it's not an operation that you want.
So you do.
You can
LIF.
just
Quit. Quit. I can do print. Buy. We'll do. Okay, that should work. So we'll do like 5, 2, subtract 3, 8, 9, quit, bye, quits the program. There we go. So you guys can see that. Exactly.
So that's the power of while loops and conditionals.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I think that wraps it up. Very good. All right, yeah. We'll come back up. Thanks for hosting. Everyone give a big round of applause to Ezra. Well, thank you guys for coming out. Does anyone have any questions about the material we covered today? How to get ahead in Python?
There's one in the Zoom chat.
That's from, I feel like a while ago.
Mhm.
Yeah. So real quick, I'm gonna put back up the Google Slides, just so you guys can see the sign in, just in case you haven't done so already. Cool. Yeah, make sure you sign in. We'll be doing a Python 2 workshop when we get back from break. Make sure everyone is here on Monday when we do our holiday social. It's gonna be lots of fun. Great way to get involved in the club, meet a lot of people, eat a lot of awesome food. And I believe that's it. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.